mean, he said if I show up, like in MMA, he shook my hand like a man.
Hey, you told me that if I win, you're going to give me your
hands on that.
I have one Danish. One Danish delight.
Then you.
Little slap.
Yeah, no more.
In my personal experience, women who have been with lots of guys, they struggle to stay dedicated to a guy.
This podcast.
I knew you were going to say this. And do you want to know why I knew you were going to say this? For 400 episodes.
The time for talking is almost over, as Logan Paul and Dillon Danis will settle their rivalry as they face off in Manchester on Saturday, October 14th, at the event in what is expected to be an unforgettable night.
Talk about that and see what happens.
Was that a threat?
I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, bro.
I'm gonna make you suffer.
Sizing you up, I'm feeling you.
Yeah.
I mean, he said if I show up, like in MMA, he shook my hand like a man.
Hey, you told me that if I win, you're going to give me your
hands on that.
What happened here?
I just told you.
No, explain it to me.
I just told you.
No.
And I told him, let's do the fight. I won the fight. I did message him a bunch. I'll admit to that. What did I say? I said 400K if I don't show up.
You're gonna call that.
Dillon Danis has been shown some rare support from longtime rival Ben Askren as his fight with Logan Paul this weekend in Manchester moves closer. The Bellator MMA star has had a long-standing feud with many members of the combat sport community, and former world champion Askren is no exception. When the Olympian fought Jake Paul in 2021, he claimed that it was because Danis was too much of a coward to take the fight. Meanwhile, Danis has regularly claimed that he would be able to beat Askren, who was undefeated for years before signing with the UFC, where he lost 2 of his 3 fights. But the wrestler seemingly put his feud with Danis to the side, as he noted that his rival has won the trash talk battle with Paul ahead of the fight.
You've been begging.
No, come on.
You've been unsending and sending me messages in my inbox forever.
He's gonna talk. He's not gonna let me talk.
Counter. That's how long it's been since you last fought.
Okay, yeah, don't worry. And I'm gonna come back with a great knockout.
You keep calling yourself a real fighter. You're gonna have to show up October 14th.
Oh, I can't wait.
No, not a good. No.
Not a good fighter. You said that was a good fighter. A real fighter.
Oh, a real fighter.
Yeah.
Mr. Mumble Jumble stumbled his way through a sentence.
Yeah.
Need a EpiPen in his face.
Nina Agdal Lawsuit. Well, this story is a cautionary tale, a fable for the digital age, and it stars the most annoying professional attention seekers you can imagine. The Pauls may have met their meretricious match, as Logan sits in the middle of an online feud on the eve of his upcoming fight with the notorious Conor McGregor's training partner, Dillon Danis. The Paul brothers are no strangers to hot wads of barely clothed arm candy, and Nina is no stranger to advertising her jiggly bits to her nearly 2 million Instagram followers. So Danis didn't need to become a Mensa member to realize that trolling his opponent's girl could only plump his purse.
Is this rolling? Are we rolling? That was all captured? That conversation?
I have one Danish. One Danish delight.
Then you.
So you did it, bro. Yeah. You did it. It can't be denied. You did it.
We have been super intentional about being private while we were dating.
But this hasn't been some amateurish willy-nilly your girl's a skank right jab and cross. He's taken the feud to obscene, potentially law-breaking levels. Ever since the fight was announced, Danis has been firing on all cylinders in going after Logan Paul on social media. Specifically, he has been targeting Paul's fiancée Nina Agdal, posting pictures of the Danish model with other men online. Dillon has unloaded an arsenal of memes, nudes, videos, and overt taunts to burrow inside Logan's empty head by questioning the number of lovers Nina has entertained over the years. And the happy, overexposed couple isn't taking this body count shaming lying down. This has created a lot of hype and excitement for the fight, outshining even the headline bout between KSI and Tommy Fury, and is being hailed as an outstanding example of fight promotion. Logan Paul has once again bragged that the lawsuit filed by his fiancée Nina Agdal against Dillon Danis will ruin his rival's entire life long after they fought. Paul and Danis have shared an ugly build-up to their bout on Saturday night in Manchester, with the MMA fighter mocking both his rival and his fiancée Agdal with his social media jabs. And Agdal has launched a $150,000 lawsuit against the Bellator star, alleging a number of offenses. Danis has previously claimed that he is set to lose as much as $400,000 in legal fees just for defending himself in the case.
Okay, you can look now.
Oh my God.
But I don't think the best women have had hard lives. I think a woman who's been through a bunch of trauma usually.
I actually thought about replacing you with her eventually.
I think the audience would love that. Dude.
Capture the moments even more.
Superstar, yeah? Yeah. It's a prototype.
This podcast.
I knew you were going to say this. And do you want to know why I knew you were going to say this? For 400 episodes.
Which has already seen him slapped with a temporary restraining order. He is expected to make a 7-figure purse for his fight with Paul, but the social media star has regularly boasted that the lawsuit will add a layer of struggle to his life when the bout is finished. A number of fighters have come out in support of either Paul and Agdal or Danis, with former UFC heavyweight Brendan Schaub yesterday tweeting, "This bums me out. First rule of Fight Club 1. Don't sue another fighter building the fight." A friend of Paul's, this tweet agitated the YouTuber, who responded with a lengthy message of his own. "It bums me out that 3 weeks ago I DM'd you Nina's lawsuit details because of your ignorance, and your response was, 'Oh Jesus, did not know that, not cool,'" Paul wrote. "Then you come on here talking about Fight Club rules like you're the referee. This twisted promotion has gone far beyond the fight game, and you know that." He added that he is not the one suing him. He picked a fight with an innocent woman who is standing up for herself the only way she can, by holding a predator legally accountable for breaking the law. Any person who doesn't understand that is a delusional twat. The lawsuit is her choice, and Paul said he fully supports her. He further added that, "Now I get to break his face in front of millions of people and ruin his entire life. Win-win." Schaub was responding to a boast from Logan Paul on his brother Jake's podcast, BS with Jake Paul, that Agdal was going to garnish his rival's wages should she win the lawsuit. After Jake suggested that he will need to declare bankruptcy, Logan responded, "But even then it doesn't end. We put liens on every paycheck he gets for the rest of his life." Paul has previously confirmed that Agdal will attend the fight on Saturday at the AO Arena in Manchester, despite having a temporary restraining order granted against the MMA star. "It's not a physical restraining order," he explained on the MMA Hour. "It's that he can't post explicit photos of her."
I don't know. I think he's going to get divorced. He's going to get half his money taken in a couple of years.
Jesus.
But I mean,
Like, this is me in the background. Like, what are they talking about now? Did you put sunscreen on your legs, babe?
I can't even see you, Mike.
Dude, you stay here. You be Nina. Sit. Baby girl, I love you so much. You're the love of my life.
In my personal experience, women who have been with lots of guys, they struggle to stay dedicated to a guy.
Dillon and McGregor. Dillon Danis is an excellent troll. Although ostensibly a professional fighter, he only has 2 pro fights in the Bellator on his resume. But what he is most famous for is social media shenanigans and being friends with Conor McGregor. In an interview, Dillon Danis spoke about his relationship with McGregor. He stated that he considered McGregor one of his best friends, his training partner, and a mentor.
No, I think that's stupid. I think Conor's the Muhammad Ali of fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys that are taking these fights is because they're broke. We were younger and he had no kids and we were just hanging out all the time. And that's just how life is in general, you know, when your friends start to get married.
The pair, according to Danis, have been there for each other during hard times. The Bellator fighter posted this clip in a tweet on his account. However, we are now just days from fight night and Notorious has offered his friend some words of advice before facing Paul, who claims to have injured himself in training. Notorious replied to the tweet and bucked Danis up. He urged the 30-year-old to break Paul's leg in their upcoming boxing match. He felt that Paul's heart and wrist were broken after Danis' relentless trolling of his fiancée. He added, "Enjoy, cash in time, well done, respect, make the walk and you a winner."
Always been close. I mean, he's just been kind of doing his own thing, traveling.
Yeah.
Now it's harder too when
How long did you guys not like? Were you guys not like?
Danis and KSI. After being hit with a lawsuit and restraining order, he's turned his attention to the man who will headline the card alongside Tommy Fury this weekend. On Monday evening, Danis posted a video to X, formerly known as Twitter, that showed him holding an Arsenal shirt and sending a message to KSI. "Hey KSI, I heard you like Arsenal, so I got you a little gift," he said in the clip. The 30-year-old proceeded to throw the shirt to the ground before turning around and pulling down his trousers to urinate on it. But not everyone is convinced that is what's happening in the video. Some fans in Danis' comment section suggested that he didn't actually use the Arsenal top as a bathroom and instead created the illusion that he did by pouring water on it. One person wrote, "You can hear the squeezing of the water bottle." Another said, "We can hear the bottle, bro." A third person commented, "I'm glad he didn't actually pee on it." However, not all 6.7 million people who viewed the video were wise to his trick, and others replied by laughing at his antics and slamming him for disrespecting their favorite football club. KSI is yet to respond to his longtime rival.
I made me spill my prime. Shit. Who did that? Who did that? No, we're good.
The pair were supposed to fight earlier this year before Danis withdrew a week before their bout and was replaced by overmatched YouTuber FaZe Temper. Danis' actions did nothing to enhance his beleaguered reputation in the fight industry and resulted in a $100,000 pullout clause being inserted into his latest fight contract. It's also led to rumors his fight with Paul could collapse at any moment, but he's now in Manchester and ready to make his first ring walk in just a few days' time. Let's see what happens next. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.